In 1971, in the wards at BYU, they had assigned different family groups, and we were randomly assigned to a department of women at BYU. We would get together then once a week for family home evenings. And it so happened that Trudy was assigned to be the mother of our family home evening group. I thought, well, these were nice looking girls that we were assigned to. But it was sort of taboo to date the girls in your family home evening group. So I didn't date any of them.
We first met each other at BYU. We were in the same family home evening group in Riviera Apartments. I thought he was nice, I thought he was cute, but I didn't really think about dating him.
One night, I got a call from one of my roommates saying, the girls in the family want to come over. One of the girls is trying to decide if she wants to stay at BYU in Provo or whether she wants to go to California. She needs some help. They've been fasting and wondered if we could meet with them. And I thought, okay, but it's kind of a big decision for us to make because we don't know them all that well. Anyway, the girl happened to be Trudy, and she told us about an opportunity she had to go to California. It sounded really like a great idea. I thought, well, she ought to do that. But then she said, the only thing that makes me hesitate is while I was here at BYU, I received a patriarchal blessing that I would find my spouse from among my associates at BYU. And I thought, well, if the patriarch told her that, maybe she should listen. So I said, if I were you, I would listen to what the patriarch said. I would wait another year and see if it doesn't lead to that person who you're supposed to marry. At that time, I had no idea that I was talking about myself.
We actually had 2 first dates. One, I'm sure he's forgotten about, but I was home and I answered the telephone and a voice said, "You're the lucky winner." And I said, "What did I win?" And he said, "A date with me to the John Denver concert." And I said, "Who is this?" He said, "Jay Harris, who's this?" His plan was to just call one of his family home evening sisters, and his girlfriend that he was quite serious with couldn't come down, and he already had the tickets. So that was our first date, but I didn't really consider it a date. I considered it more of a lottery win.
In the spring of the following year, she moved out of our apartment complex, was no longer my sister, and so I thought, I think I'll call up Trudy and ask her to go on a date. One of our very first dates was to climb up Timpanogos Caves. In the process, I took pictures of her. She took pictures of me as we climbed up the mountainside and through the cave at Timpanogos. And then the next date, we went to the developing lab at BYU and developed the black and white pictures. And those pictures are now in our book.
So it wasn't until I got back from survival and we started to date again that we got serious. He was going to ask me to marry him, and I thought, wow. But by the time he asked me, I knew.
There was all of a sudden magic, and it's hard to explain how you fall in love, but it was like she was the answer to every prayer I'd ever had. And I knew she was the girl that I wanted to marry. We had talked about getting married for a while, and so I knew what her answer would be, and I was just looking for the right opportunity. We went to a park in Richfield, and that afternoon I'd asked her dad if I could have her hand in marriage.
And he just asked my dad, and he said, "Can I talk to you?" And I was sitting right there. My mom cried, and my dad just was beaming. They liked him a lot, so.
He grinned and said, yes, I could ask her. And so we went to the park, and I got down on one knee and asked her to marry me. And she said yes. We got married in November of 1972. I have often said, and people say to me, if you could go back and do anything over again, what would you do? And I say, if I could change anything, I wouldn't. Because the decisions I made brought me to where I am right now, which is such a good place.
I think my life is everything that I would hope for.
I love her now more than I loved her on the day we got married. And I didn't think I could love anybody more than that. But we've been through so much together, and I know her so well, and know the advice that she gives me and the counsel and how cool-headed she is. And I just know her soul and what an incredibly wonderful and righteous person she is.
Thank you for being my patient, kind, loving husband and the love of my life.
Mom, I love you more than life itself.